got up, got some food, set the show up, and got me a little bit of coffee, man, and I'm on here. You know what I'm saying?
I
Giving the
apologize for
people a
being late,
show.
man.
Nah, yeah, Pat's not gonna make it. He's got some things to do or whatever. But I didn't give you guys a show last week, so I didn't want to go 2 straight weeks without doing a show. Um,
Fuck.
Let Waller retire would be good. We got neighbors. Yep. I'm starting to think if Waller's gonna retire, he would have a while ago. I think he's gonna do some WWE surprise entrance at training camp. Wouldn't that be something? And you know what, Jay? I be thinking stuff like that too. Cause of course I'm unpopular opinion, sports. So I'm always looking at the alternative. Like, what if dude is just like pump faking everybody, and he just yeah, I'm gonna show up and play this year.
That's a
You
benefit
know,
for the team.
man, would you look at the offense at that point if he actually shows up and his mind is right?
Exactly.
Man,
You know, he
we're
adds
gonna
he
really be
adds
cooking.
he adds to what you're trying to do offensively immensely. Plus, he's a veteran. He's a leader. You know, he may not be as boisterous, but um, he can lead by example, and guys can follow him. So,
Hmm. So, on that note, let's talk about it a little bit. Um, if he so okay, I know Theo Johnson and Belly, and then um, then you would have Waller at that point.
hmm
Who's the fourth tight end? I don't think they would keep five.
do you keep four
That's
tight
too.
ends? Do you really need four tight ends?
Then so you cutting the blocking tight ends.
Look at, I mean, it could be.
And
Or,
Kaiser.
nah, Cage would be out at that point in time.
Yeah, he would definitely be cut, but you still um cutting both of your blocking tight ends if you only keep three tight ends.
Um,
I think they want to
you can
run more
probably
12
stash one on
personnel.
the
I
practice
think
squad.
I
You
think they
know,
want to run more 12 personnel, coach.
I mean, well, the thing is, you have to also look at the numbers.
Hmm.
That's the thing. You know, yeah, you want four tight ends, and you take it from somewhere else. You take it from the
Yeah.
offensive line. You take it from the defensive side of the ball. Are you taking from the wide receivers?
I
Are
think
you
they would
taking
keep
from the
one
one?
less lineman because if you bring in a tight end, an extra tight end as a blocker, or the running back, maybe you
But
just keeping three running backs. Either one of
you're
those, I
keeping
think.
three running backs. I mean, what have they done the past 2 years? It's always been three running backs and three tight ends.
Mm, interesting.
So I mean,
Interesting.
you could be right. It could be going to four tight ends now, because but then I would say you're losing a wide receiver because Wilder you can flex out and play him as a wide receiver also.
True.
So that would be the obvious position. So how many wide receivers would you keep from there?
I'm guessing there's gonna be six then at that point
So again,
because they have
it's
kept seven, I think, in past years.
I don't think they're going to take away from the offensive line. That's too important right now.
True. Jarius, what's good with you, man? Appreciate you tapping in. He says, "Let me ask all Giants fan who was the last great offensive lineman from Alabama to play in the NFL."
Hmm.
I should have put that in trivia. You got me, bro. I'm not big on college though, so I wouldn't like college in NFL. Cajun on thin ice already, yeah. Theo is the Waller. Belly and the rest of the tight ends were blocked. That's what I'm asking. Like, how many will we keep if they bring back Waller? Because you have Waller, Bellinger, and they're not gonna cut their draft picks. So you got Waller, Bellinger, and Theo Johnson, and they made an effort in free agency to run out and get these blocking tight ends. Like, so You just gonna cut both of them? I don't know. Mm, Coach got the smoke screen. He said, "Shit, me too." um, but coach,
Hmm?
highest says the Giants are a playoff team. Do you agree?
They can be if things go right.
Um, what do you feel about some of the back end guys like Bryce Ford Wheaton? I know they got this kid. Name starts with a C.
Hmm.
Can't think of it. But how do you feel about some of the? They got Allen Robinson too. They picked up. How do you feel about some of the back end guys possibly making this roster?
How many make the roster? Because then that's a concern for me because they're back end players for a reason. Now I'm not saying they're not good to play in the NFL. They probably are, but if you're talking about one or two, all right, cool. Cool. I'm cool with that. But um, I don't want to. I can't. It would concern me if you got like 5 or 6 guys from the back end, like you're saying, undrafted guys or things of that nature, and playing a key role. I mean, we've been through that already.
Mm-hmm.
We really have. So um, those guys, I really look at. You know what? They're depth pieces that help out on occasion, give guys some rest, but also to mainly focus on special teams. So.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but some of these guys, they're. I'm a wait and see type of person. I mean, I haven't really I haven't dove into a lot of these guys' background or whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but from what I know, with some of them, I've heard Bryce Ford Wheaton is doing well in practice, but I
Mm-hmm.
also take it for what it is. It's practice. We're talking about practice, man.
Practice, man. Not a game.
So
Practice, man.
you
Yeah,
know
me too,
this.
Jarius. Speaking of games, man, I wish this was a game day, man.
It is a game
Um,
day. It is a game
a
day.
football game day.
It is a football game day.
NFL football game day.
Oh, all right. Football
Yeah.
is football to me,
I
man.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a playoff game tonight. St. Louis and San Antonio.
Mm-hmm. Full Wheaton going to be on special teams. I don't know. You got McKenzie. You got Gunner, who got hurt, by the way. Gunnar Olszewski. So that's something to monitor. Our kick returner. You're gonna need him. You don't want Eric Gray back there, do you?
Doesn't mean he can't play other spots. He can't. He can be a gunner. He can be a coverage guy. He can be someone you put on the gunner on the opposing team. I mean, special teams. There's a lot of faith. Everybody just focus on return when you say special teams, but
Well, I was just
there's more
focusing
to
on
it.
Gunner particularly
Yeah, no, I know, I
because
know, I know, I know,
yeah,
I know.
he's a
I'm
special
saying
team.
Ford Wheaton. If I was him, I'm
Oh,
not
for
just
Fort
focusing.
Wheaton, yeah.
I'm not looking just at a return situation. Anywhere on special teams, coach, you want to put me, I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna play it to the best of my ability. So and that's what I look for when you like you were saying about back end guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what you have your main focus guys. You have, your money guys. You have your money guys. I
Yeah.
mean, and then you have everyone else. And, there's that trickle down effect, and that's where I'm looking at these guys, hopefully one or two can, all right, if they make the team and, they surprise, great, great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Victor Cruz. I mean, but if you look at the full spectrum of the league, how many Victor Cruz do you have every year?
That's true. That's
So
true.
when you get to
Um,
that point, you're the back end or you're a vet who's on his last leg, like Robinson. Just come in and help me out on special teams. I
mm-hmm.
want special teams to be because it's key. It's important. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely, absolutely. And we've always been good when our special teams have been good. We had Fegels. Remember, we had
hmm
Tynes kicked us to 2 Super Bowls. I remember the play in San Francisco where they recovered the fumble from Cal Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, our special teams has been key, and when we've been bad, of course, you know, miracle in the middle and that cough, it's been because of special teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely key. Um, to improve the running back room, I wish we draft next year Raheem Sanders. Not familiar with that player. Maybe you are, coach. Um,
Not off the top of my head.
I don't know if there's a spot for four. The room is packed. Yeah, I don't know if he makes it either, Jay. Um, special teams coach that came in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
linebacker,
The
pick in the
UCLA.
draft. They were together. Yeah. hmm all right. Let me. The other thing, I wanted to get to, yeah, Evan Neal. Is he still nursing his ankle injury that he had last year? Because they said he was on the bike in OTAs, which I put out there that I'm not making a big deal of this, of course, because he had been practicing. But again,
Has he been practicing or has he been with individuals? See, there's a difference. Has he been going through individual
yeah, I
reps
think
and
he's been in individuals, coach,
so that
and then he was on the sideline
mm-hmm.
riding a bike this past week in
That's
OTAs.
precautionary. That
So.
I'm taking it as precautionary measures. That's how
Mhm.
I'm looking at that. So,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
know,
I'm trust me, I'm not making a big deal
mm,
out of this. All I'm saying is there has to be some concern with his health. We
fair.
always talk about his play on the
Yeah,
field. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
fair.
There has to be some concern with his health, as well as Andrew Thomas. I know he does have a little bit of a history here too with that same thing. I think it's the ankle.
Last year
But
was his hamstring.
oh, okay, my bad.
Mm.
But yeah, but he
But
so we just gotta cross our
injury,
fingers with
that's
health. You know what I'm
every
saying?
player somewhere along the line. When you play football, I don't care if it's from youth football all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to deal with it's 100% injury rate, ladies and gentlemen. That's the reality of football. That it's 100% injury. Whether you twist the ankle, jam a finger, back spasms, hamstrings,
Mm-hmm.
hurt your knee, elbow, whatever. Get a finger poked in your eye. You're going to deal with it somewhere along the line. Some more severe than others, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But it's you know what? Every player to me is injury prone. That's why I don't dive and go all crazy like, oh my gosh, and
Mm-hmm.
we cut him because he's in. Well, when he's out there, what's his play? Like Aziz, okay, I understand you getting someone in front of him because he does give you help. That's smart, but you're still not getting rid of him because why? The talent says when he's out there, he produces. So, I mean, you can go down the list from every player. I don't care if it's Daniel Jones or Gano. I mean, look, think about it. Think about it seriously. And what about the little bumps and bruises that they don't talk about? There's
Mm-hmm.
always bumps and bruises. Guys are always rehabbing little things. So,
Well, the thing with about Neil, of course, is it compounds a problem because of his play on the field.
true,
That's the thing.
true,
You're
fair.
hurt and you haven't shown that you're capable of basically holding down that spot. So again, it's something to watch
Yes.
because we this year Carmen Brasillo talked about it. They're doing this in training camp, and we've talked about it on the show. But by the end of training camp, you want 5 guys to be able to line up to go play Week 1 in Minnesota. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? So if a guy is hurt or can't practice, then that's a problem off top. So I'm giving you this news because it's something to monitor, and let's see if by training camp, he's out there, ready to practice with the other 4 guys on the line. So that's all I'm saying. It's
Hmm.
news coming out of OTAs. It ain't a lot of news, but these are the kind of the highlights that was
bro. That's
That
kind of
was
why I get it. I get it. I get everybody with giant talk. Me, it's just that's why I haven't really dove into it. Probably because I'm more of a. I'm not. I don't want to say I'm not a big fan, but I'm a fan.
mm,
But I'm just not. I'm a coach, and I
right, right,
take it for
right,
what it is.
right,
It's just,
right. That's why you. That's why we are. You know what I'm saying? A tag team, man. Hey, coach, I'm the fan. You know, when we had Jeffy, he was the reporter. You know,
mm-hmm,
so we covering all three levels of the sports realm here. But Jerry says I'm concerned about Neil, but I do want to see what new O line coach can do with him. And
mm-hmm.
Coach Dave. Neil needs to get his reps at right tackle. It's too early to pull the plug. Well, if he's not on the field, then he's not going to be getting
No,
reps.
yes, the best ability is availability. I do agree with that. I do
Yeah.
1,000,000,000%.
Coach, we need a Bobby Brown type of offensive lineman.
Mm.
Oh, man. But Neil still nursing the ankle injury. Outside of that, man, Giants are getting ready to start mini camp next
Man, it should be this coming
mandatory
week,
mandatory
right?
mini camp this coming week.
And that's
So
where you're going to find out about Wilder.
yeah, Wilder. You're gonna find out, like I said, will Daniel Jones. Some of the keys that I'm looking for. Let's get into it. So cause let me see. All right. So okay, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has only did 7-on-7s. So I'm looking next week to see again, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, is he going to do 11-on-11s this week?
Mm.
Because
It could be a possibility.
yeah,
you want to ramp it. I mean, how is his progression? I mean, everything I'm hearing,
yeah,
he's
it
doing
looks really
phenomenally
good.
in practice in 7-on-7. So that would be the next step.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, legit, fairly, is he able to go out there in 11-on-11? It's just, yeah, that would be the next phase in my opinion. And yeah, is he able to do it now, or even if he goes out there, you don't start right away. Maybe not the first day, but the second day
Was
of
it like
practice.
3 days, 3 day
I
mini
think it's
camp?
3 day. I think it's three
Mm-hmm.
day mandatory. So.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, but yeah, you're right though.
Niz, what's up? Wallace is come back. Oh man, I just think I really think that dude's mind is just. I mean, people can say what they want to say about the man. Look. I'm not gonna talk bad about this man because you don't know what that man is really going through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might be making a mistake putting all his business out there on social media,
True.
but at the end of the day, you don't know what that man's dealing with in his mental. You know what I'm saying? Wilder hasn't went out there, and did, you know, he's not Kadarius Toney is. He didn't. You all right, coach?
Yeah. It just got spasms. That's all.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
cool.
It. Trust me when I tell you, if you were around me every day, you're just like, oh, all right, no problem. I go through it.
Okay.
It's normal.
Yeah, but Wilder's not. He's not Kadarius Toney. This man is really going through
Mm,
something. I don't think
what a
he's
name.
trying to rob the Giants or rip the Giants off or doesn't want to be here because he just doesn't like the team. Yada yada yada. And we don't know. He may. I talked about this earlier. He may surprise us and show up. What if he does?
Mm-hmm.
He still hasn't made a decision. Yeah, Jordan Renan is speculating, but that's Jordan Renan. He's going to do that. He's a reporter. You know what I'm saying? So media is known for getting things about the Giants wrong.
Mm,
And Dable and Shane and them have definitely kept it very, very private, which I respect about that dude's business. So, they're not telling you what he's thinking or which way he's leaning or whatever. They're saying we haven't heard anything. We'll let you know when we do.
mm-hmm.
So that's that, on Wilder, man. You know what I mean? But if he retires, Giants get to recruit that money back, and they retain his rights in case he changes his mind. So
Mm-hmm.
it, I still think it's a better, way better situation than with some of these other players that
Puerto Rican
really
decorated.
tried to shit on the Giants. And just we haven't got that return. I think this is kind of a different situation. He's trying to get cut. No, he's not trying to get cut, Miz. No, no, no. Because they're not going to cut him, because why would they cut him? He's either gonna retire or play for the Giants. And if he retires again, like I said, they retain his rights. He's not trying to get cut to go play for nobody else. And who else is he gonna play for? You still gotta pay the guy. He ain't gonna do it for free. Top of the AM, gentlemen. Appreciate you, Joseph. Let's cross our fingers that the O-line blocks. I don't have any excuses for DJ. Hopefully, man. Hopefully, I think we're gonna have a great season, man. Me too. Me too. Yeah, that's all. That's all I'm trying to say, Miz. I just don't be too harsh with Darren Waller, man. You know what I'm saying? He's really going through
That's
something.
the hard thing about being public figures, whether you're an athlete or in movies or music. Your life is put on out there. It's not private, and the
Yeah.
things you see
And
there,
his wife
everyone,
is famous, so I mean,
yes.
so
And
or his ex-wife or whatever.
we treat athletes like superheroes. We
Mm,
really do, and we forget they're human beings.
mm,
They're there to entertain us. We get it. I get it. I get it. But in the end, they're still human beings, man. They got emotions and feelings, and
mm.
they go through
You could
all.
tell that dude's really emotional. You know what I mean? From what his music and everything is leading me to
Exactly.
believe. Yeah, and it may just be in his best interest to retire. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
That's a great argument.
but a football player is a football player, so I can tell why he's maybe having this back and forth. Like, and bruh, like I said, say what you want. What you gonna do after football? You know what I'm saying? How are you gonna continue your career? So I
Hmm.
think I think that's something he has to think about too. Maybe I'll play a few more years. You know what I'm saying? Finish this contract out and get my money. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, yeah, that's it's definitely yeah. He's
Ooh,
not that type of guy, man.
Revenge of the Nerds. Yes.
Joint, man. That's my joint. Yeah, social media, man, Miss. It's the media, man, that does this, man. But
Yeah.
a lot of guys feed
Mm,
into it. You know what I'm saying? So
I've been guilty. I've been guilty from
that's
time to
something
time.
that
Yeah.
yeah. I take my breaks too, man. A lot of times y'all message me, I don't answer because I left that damn thing alone. I close the Twitter app and I don't open it until you know what I'm
Look,
saying?
why you
Because
think I left a lot of those spaces now? It's just whatever, man. I get it. Yeah, we all need a break. It's just
yeah.
like you got a woman who's nagging you. Sometimes you need to just jump in the car and go for a ride, because if not, you're gonna
Yeah.
kill her.
hmm yeah, he might come back and play. Maybe he's one of these dudes that, or maybe he just wants to sit out. I remember they used to do that back in the day, Coach. I remember Strahan doing it
Sit
before.
out training camp.
Yeah, because they just ain't want to go through the training camp rigors, but then they show up at maybe that's one of these situations. You know what I'm saying? He is a vet. I mean, he knows the system.
True.
So
I didn't think about it like that.
yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's why Brian Dable saying we giving him all the time he needs. That's why he keeps saying that. Like, stop pressuring this dude. Like, let him, work this thing out. Because maybe he's not thinking about retiring. He just needs time to figure out the shit that's going on in his personal life.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody sees that too, players, and they then that becomes, that's a coach I want to play for because he cares about the players.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fair argument.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They can play until
Uh,
their late 30s. He isn't. Right. He's not old. Exactly. I know he's got the injuries, but he can still play. I mean, we seen flashes of it last year. I know it was flashes, and that pisses a lot of Giants fans off. But I've seen a top 10 top 5 tight end on the field last year. He just wasn't consistent. You know, a lot of that is injuries, obviously, and whatever else he's going through in his personal life. So, sometimes you just need to get them dudes time alone to figure out what they need to figure out. You know what I'm saying? I highly doubt Joe Shane and them would have made this trade for Waller if they felt he was flaky like that. All right, but that's one thing to look to. You know, of course, we talked about Evan Neal, man, and just these young guys, man. You know, the Tyler Newbins, the Andrew Phillips, the Malik Neighbors, the Theo Johnsons. You know what I'm saying? I want to just see the continued chemistry that's being formed on the field. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the young guys, man. I've heard great things about Tyler Nubin and his leadership and how, you know, continued chemistry.
Ooh, sorry.
What happened there?
No.
Like,
yeah, no. I was on my phone and I hit the. You know, it's there. I was hitting another post. I didn't mean to hit that one.
But yeah, man. So that's another thing. Development of the young players, of course. CB2 still up for grabs, of course. You know, so you want to see some of the defensive backs. You know, McLeod, Flott. You know what I'm saying? Those cats. And the big thing. No injuries. I have to say it quietly. That's the main thing right there. Because these are just practices, like Coach said. You know, you can't take so much out of it. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not going to reach and say, oh, look at Neighbors, man. He's going to have 1,500 yards this year, like somebody's telling you. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going to say no names. But, you know, what I am going to say is I like to see the chemistry. I like the attitude of the players. And they just look like New York Giants to me. Not a pro athlete, but when I was back on, I was devastated and just being around friends and sports. Yeah, me too, man. You know, and I've talked to people, you know, that's going through similar things that Darren Waller went through, or you know what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, just. You know what I'm saying? We really don't know. You know what I mean? I don't look at Darren Waller as somebody that's being malicious with this. You know, now Tony, you was right. You was spot on, bro. Kudos to you. That dude's an asshole. I don't think this is a safe situation though. Yeah, if he could, man, that's what I'm saying. If he comes back and he's in it, maybe Dable and Shane can talk to him and calm him down, or you know, help him out some type of way, and he comes back and he's just like, you know what, screw her, I'm gonna play football, keep my career, and he's into it. We gotta play. Vinay, what's good? Mets and then went. Mets and mid up. Overall grade for Shane is I'd probably say B+. I think he's done very well. You know, and just to compare that, Dave Gettleman had an F for me. I don't care if he made some picks. Overall, the franchise was in a way worse shape than when he took over for Reese. Like, to me, as a general manager, don't come in and make the situation like twice as worse, which I feel like it was when Gettleman left. Then from Reese to Gettleman to Shane. That's why it's taking Shane so long to clean up this mess. That ain't gonna happen overnight. Says Shane is a D. All right, well. It's early, but Giants have one major young talent here. Right. Speed, youth, hunger. And that's what you know, Dave's always preached. You know what's his motto? Tough, smart, dependable. Mm-hmm. I give him a C at the moment. Okay, I mean everybody's got their opinion. I would give him a C if he had cut Tyree Phillips for Shane Lemieux and Matt Pert. But was Tyree Phillips wasn't no difference maker though. I could see if he cut Kevin Zeitler. Let Kevin Zeitler walk. Tyree Phillips, man. Who gives a fuck? I mean, he's an okay backup player, but that dude was getting smoked too on the line. Let's not act like, and he can't run block for shit. Jess is right. For a big man, a big lineman, man, like his run blocking was atrocious. Um, that's my only hope for Evan Neal. I know he can run block. I know that. Jarius is right. While these wide receivers a trio, we could be something. Yeah. Double play. Mets win 6-5 in London. Yeah, I watched the Mets game the other day, Miss.
Ooh,
They're the
halftime is not
same
going to be
old
happy.
Mets.
Halftime is not going to be happy.
Oh, they beat the Phillies.
hmm
So
That's
as
my
he
second.
was
That's
actually
my
an
second
impact
team
player
too.
and screwed up. Kayvon Thibodeau's not an impact player. We don't know what Malik Neighbors. I'm pretty sure Deontay Banks is going to be an impact player. You like your returns on Michael McFadden. Not saying he's an impact player, but a solid player. Same as Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, we can really break it down if you can be mad at certain things, but overall, the man's done a good job. You know, um, B minus for now. That's fair. I mean, all your grades are fair. I'm not giving you too much because it's your opinion. I'm just saying the team is better set up than when he got here, which means he has a passing. He's done a good job. A B. I'm not giving him a plus because he's made a couple of mistakes. I feel like, which every GM's gonna do. You know, but don't compound your mistakes. You know, he got Kadarius Toney out of here. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, he didn't give big contracts to some of the people y'all wanted to give big contracts to, because he saved that money to get us a top tier edge rusher, something we've been missing for years now since JPP. Going to come down to the O line. That's the one thing that we're unsure of. But outside of that, I think the man's done a good job. Maybe he missed on Neal. Maybe he didn't. We'll see. Banks, Smits, you like so far. You know, Wan'Dale Robinson, you like so far. Michael McFadden, I think Eric Gray is going to get an opportunity to show what he can do this year. So we'll see with him. I mean, yeah. Exudo and McKeithen, but those are what? 4th round picks? 5th round picks? So,
I mean, you're
you want your
grading.
guy, you want your man, you want your GM to at least hit on the first day
Are
1 or
we? Are
2.
we? If you're grading him, it's just based off draft picks. Don't forget about the financial mess that
The
was
free
here.
agency too.
That
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
big thing. For him to come in and
Butterfly, hello. Shout out to you.
butterfly. Thank you, baby girl. I appreciate you. Um, for him to come in and do what he has
What's up?
done, I mean, that's why you have to look at you separate each aspect, whether it's the draft, free agency, your coaching staff, your coaching hires, your organizational staff, getting rid of, it's part of, I mean, that's why it's like, and I get it. Fans, you look at just the players, and I get it. I get it. But if you're going to fairly grade, at least if you're going to say I'm grading on the draft, this is why I'm giving him this grade. Okay, cool. But if it's a complete grade, then how is he doing in terms of his true management skills, his organization, and like I said, the finances. So,
Yeah. Nah, you're right. It's more than just the draft and free agency. I mean, that's why I think Dave Gettleman was. Look at people talking about these contracts, man. Look at some of the contracts Gettleman was giving out. You know what I'm saying? Bringing in guys like Patrick Omame and Jonathan Stewart, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he did horrible in free agency, you know. And yeah, dead clock's right, twice a day, whatever the saying is, man. So yeah, he got a couple hit on a couple picks maybe. Ones y'all crying about now, like Saquon Barkley's punk ass. Like, who cares? I don't care about Saquon Barkley no more. He's not a Giant. And if if you're mad at Shane for not paying him, get mad at the MF who drafted the dude that should have picked who? Quentin Nelson or Chubb. I didn't want a quarterback that draft. I wanted a lineman to help Eli. But let's talk about it. Giants conversation. Y'all hit that like button. Appreciate y'all turning out, man. I love doing this. Yeah, we don't even know with Saquon and Xavier. They could be flops in Philly and Green Bay. We don't even know. Maybe he did us a favor by letting them go. We don't even know. That's up to be determined. Again, and with Jones's contract, it ain't a bad contract. I don't care what nobody says. If you can get out of a contract within 2 years, you did yourself a favor. It's basically a 2-year tryout for James.
He didn't even give him the top what the top market was at the time.
Yeah, look at these man. Dak Prescott about to get $60 million a year, and he is mediocre.
Tua, look at what Tua is about ready to get.
Mediocre. Tua wasn't doing shit till Tyreek Hill got there. Let's see what Jones does with Neighbors. Saquon needed to go. Yeah, he needed to go. He didn't want to be here. He wanted to be in Philly. He's showing you that by trolling us. Time to move on. Yup. I think Gray, Tracy, and Singletary, this RB by committee thing is the way to go. I'm totally with you on that one, Miz. Yeah, what would you have done? Yeah. No, they would have tanked and reached for a quarterback. You know the story, Jarius. Because every quarterback in college is better than one playing in the pros, right? Okay. Yeah, it was a great contract. You know what I'm saying? I know my popular opinions, Jay, but I think look, I said it was a good contract. I'm standing with it. Do I think Daniel Jones is the best player on earth? No. Do I think the Giants can upgrade? Yes. Is it the time to upgrade? No, because you're still in a contract. And he's still on your team, and you still have an obligation to pay this man. So what are you going to pay him to not play for you? That's bad business. That's the shit emotional people do. That shit bad GMs do. Yeah. Yep, they gave themselves the out, man. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. Be looking at Kirk Cousins. Right. Like, that's better. You know how much confidence they got in Kirk Cousins? They drafted a quarterback in the first round after paying him. That's how much confidence they got in this.
And he's guaranteed $100 million. Guaranteed $100 million.
You want your GM to do that? Because that's exactly what y'all wanted Shane to do. Exactly. But worse. Because Cousins is getting more.
Hey, guarantee me $100 million. Shit.
So, again, what are we talking about here? It's not a bad contract. Thank you. Snake Quan, yeah, we'll see with him. I can't wait to these games, these two Eagles games. I'm gonna be so fired up. He will be using it all. Yeah. Yeah, we gonna see how this great offensive line that Saquon Barkley's been wanting. With Cam Jurgens and all these new pieces the Eagles got right now, go against Dexter Lawrence and our new pass rushers. That's going to be the matchup. That's going to determine what Saquon does. I don't care about them. Right. Screw them. Right, Abdul. Appreciate you tapping in, brother. On point with the comment. Don't care about none of them Giants no more, so hell with them. We won't be on Saquon be hurt again. Talk about I can't play. We be the ones giving him pain and discipline. Yup. Fake Quan Barkley. Good name for him. All right. Now, let's get into well, yeah, I went in. Okay, cool. Let me where am I right here? Oh yeah, so I want to talk about some breakout players. So we want to talk about the top 5 possible breakout players for 2024. Now, again, the rookies aren't. You can't depend if you want your team to take the next step. You got to depend on your second and third year players. So all you guys and ladies in the chat talking about Saquon. I mean, talking about the Giants rookies and these draft picks. Remember, Shane is gonna be judged on all of these drafts, starting with the first one. You know what I'm saying? And then was it 22, 23, and then this one this year 24. So we looking to see if some of these players take that next step. You know, and I'm not saying like a big step like some Pro Bowl type player, but just a key contributor from not getting a lot of snaps to a key contributor, or maybe you go from, you know, marginal production to good production or great production. So that's kind of what I'm looking for, my criteria. And so no rookies, you know, no, I guess, free agent players, so to speak. I mean, if you want to put free agents in there, if they're like young, up-and-coming players, whatever. But that's my criteria for that. And I'm going to try to give you a little bit of what I think these players can do from a stat-wise point or a number-wise standpoint. You can tell me if you agree, disagree, or if you would have somebody else in there or out of there. Coach, what was you going to say?
No, I mean, it is what it is. It's, you know, I mean, that's the criteria. You go based on that. So it's just that simple.
Yeah. I'm just saying, as far as, because what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to look for players that can take a step forward from the, like, we all putting expectations on Malik Neighbors and Hyatt, you know. Malik Neighbors and Newman and some of these rookies. We all putting expectations on, you know, our players, our vets, you know, our vets that been here, like Daniel Jones, Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, who's still kind of a young player in his sense. So you could take any of these players from, you know, whether it's I'm just saying no rookies, pretty much. That's my criteria. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Enough blabbering. I know Coach is over there thinking. But my first one is John Michael Schmitz. John Michael Schmitz posted a 41-ish, whatever, PFF grade. That is what it is. But with my eyes seeing, you know, him struggle in certain situations, gave up, I think, 30 pressures, 5 sacks last year. So he's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't expecting him to come in and be an all-pro from jump. But, you know, since for me, maybe Coach is better at this than me, but since for me it's kind of hard to put a stat measurement on an offensive lineman, unless you're just looking at pressures given up and sacks are given up, you know. So I tend to go to the PFF grade. So if he had a 41, let's say he gets up to about a 65. So about 20-point jump from John Michael Schmitz in the PFF grade. You know, let's reduce the sack number to maybe 2 and cut the pressures in half. If you had 30, maybe 15. I think that's a decent expectation for John Michael Schmitz, and he is my number one breakout player this season. I think the kid's he's gonna have a good season this year, especially playing next to Runyon and Illuminor. What's your thoughts, Coach?
It's fair. I mean, he plays a key position, especially in the middle of the line, so you need better production from him. So, yes, what you're saying is very fair.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And think about if Smith. What did I talk to you guys about earlier? You don't need 5 All Pros on the line. Think about
Hmm.
if Smith can get to just a maybe top of the half for the NFL center. Think about how much improvement that's going to be for the line entirely. You know what I mean? Plus the additions of the 2 guys I mentioned, Illumino and Runyon. But I think Smith is going to take that next step, man, and be a solid NFL center in this league for a very long time. Neil, Kayvon, Wandell, Hyatt, McFadden, Banks, JMS, Fly. Good. I like all those. It's my breakout player. I had a feeling a lot of y'all was going to say Evan Neal. And trust me, he's probably the number one that needs to break out. But as far as who am I predicting to break out, I'm not predicting Evan Neal to break out. I don't have the confidence in him. Y'all know that. Vote for DJ Trump, comeback player of the year. Make football great again. All right, DJ the Terminator. Appreciate you chiming in. Smith has got, I think he's got the, 60 is average. That's what I'm saying, Jay. That's what I think he can get to average. Smith is better because of the guards. Yep, I talked about the guards. On the line, they really seem to respect him. Yep. What's good, Alex? Appreciate you chiming in, brother. Links in the chat, Big Blue Crew chat. If you want to jump on the show, I'm gonna do some trivia here in a little bit. So I can't play because I know the answers. So it'd be cool if we can get another participant to come up on the show. So Big Blue Crew members, Miz, and Alex, if you guys ain't busy, y'all can come on the show and do trivia with us and talk Giants. Pat couldn't make this today, but we here in the studio anyway. All right, JMS. So let's see. All right, JMS. All right, my next player, somebody I talked about already today, is Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt. I kind of think Jalen Hyatt needs to break out. I think Jalen Hyatt needs to break out because I think if Jalen Hyatt breaks out, we're going to definitely have a good offense, because it can't just be neighbors out there. We know Slayton is going to give you that consistent, 750 or whatever, but if we can get Jalen Hyatt to break out, it's going to open up this offense tremendously. Tremendously. You know what I'm saying? And my prediction for Hyatt is 800 yards, about 5 touchdowns. Basically what Slayton gives you. I think that's fair. If he's going to take the next step, I think he needs to get around these numbers.
Does that mean you're looking at him to be your number 2 receiver?
I think he's going to progress towards that. I think they're going to start out with Slayton.
Because what did he have last year? He had like 300 yards or so, or
something
200?
like that. Yeah.
So
I think it was three and some change. Yeah.
Basically a 500 yard, almost 500 yard increase.
I think he's going to get the snaps though. I think they're going to play him more. and I think he's going to get more opportunities, one-on-one opportunities, because he was getting bracketed last year, because they knew the
Mm-hmm.
speed, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna be able to. It's gonna be hard to do that with Neighbors and these other cats on the field if they're all, you know, healthy. Um, Mets want to do trivia. Okay, I'll drop you the link here in a sec. I'll throw it in the chat, and whoever wants to come up, come up. But let's get through this portion of the program, though.
Um, I mean, if he does that, yeah, that is breakout. So,
Mm,
am I expecting him to do that? No, I'm going to be honest.
yeah.
I'm probably looking more at Wandell over him. Um,
Nah, I could see that. Yeah.
and he's probably in the 500 to 600 range. I mean, well, if he pushes 700, 800, but
I
yeah, I
just
was
think
thinking
he's
only
going.
five
I
to
don't think he's
six.
going to get a lot of targets or catches per se.
Exactly.
I just think they're going to be big plays. Like I could see him having a couple 70+ yard touchdowns. You know what I'm
If you
saying?
do that, then, but if he has a couple of those, that's going to change everything. But yeah, and then you're going to your DBs are going to be playing off a little bit more, where you could just give him little short stuff and then see him try and make. So I mean, I see where you're going. I see where you're going. I mean, if that were to happen, then yeah. So like I said, but I was expecting close to 500, maybe 600 yards. I'll be honest with you, and probably two or three touchdowns. I'm not saying I'm hating on the kid. I want to see him break out. It's just that I need to see his route running first and foremost,
Hmm.
true separation, and then how does he handle the level of physicality teams are going to throw
Press.
at him.
And
So
he talked about that. He talked about getting stronger, getting in the weight room, adding muscle. So Hyatt spoke about all the things that you alluded to, Coach. Man. So I mean, and I'm not saying that he's going to actually it's talk. So you got to show it.
hmm
You know what I'm
hmm
saying? So I'm not saying that just because he said it that means it's true. But
oh no, I know.
I think the kid. First of all, I just think he seems like a kid that just is. He's going to try his best to be great. Like he wants to be good. Like he doesn't. He's going to work at it. He's going to. He's learning with Steve Smith Senior. And I just think he has. I think he has a little bit of that in him. I think Malik Neighbors is going to be that dude. But I think Hyatt gives you, you know, kind of um, what they call it, Batman Robin type
hmm
tandem type situation. So I think he could be that. You know what I mean for the Giants. And this is a year that it could happen. Break out this year, make them improvements. Hyatt. Hyatt and Neighbors both go over 1,000 this year. Now that's a bold prediction. I don't know if they both go over 1,000 yards. Daniel Jones is probably a Pro Bowler at minimum.
Speak about it.
Comeback Player of the Year, maybe. So yeah, if that happens, both of them over because Wandell's going to get his. So if they're both over 1,000, and then you got Wandell, Slayton's going to get targets. You know that.
Don't forget your tight ends.
Yeah. So if that happens, he's well over 4,000 yards. Daniel Jones, well over. I think with everything you just mentioned, with the fact of the matter is, with the fact too that they're trying to pass the ball more this year. All right, my next candidate for breakout 2024, Jordan Riley. I think now this one is light. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get some spectacular numbers. I only got 30 tackles, about 3.5 sacks. You know, somewhere in that neighborhood, which is usually an average for a rotational player, which is what I think he's going to be. But I think you need a little more pass rush from that spot outside of Dexter Lawrence, and I think this kid can give it to you. That's how I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? So 30 tackles, 3.5 sacks. I went back. I looked at Nacho's numbers. He had 26 tackles. I think he can give you that from a tackle standpoint. And as far as sacks, I'm thinking back to a year. I think when we had B.J. Hill. B.J. Hill had around 3.5, 4.5 sacks that year, as a rotational player. Remember, behind Leonard Williams and Dex. So, I think this is my prediction right here for Jordan Riley. I think everybody's saying who's going to be the one to step up. You know, I know they got Jordan Phillips, and he's going to get his too, obviously. But I think this kid mixing the rotation, you know, can do some things, man. I like this pick right here. What's your thoughts, Coach?
The sacks is what the tackles I'm fine with. The sacks I think is too high.
Think it's too high. Okay.
I think it's a sack and a half, maybe two. But I mean, it's not a big difference though. So you know, it's
Only
just
reason I'm saying that is because I'm thinking about the amount of, like, we have more quality now, you know. So
no, I got you.
I think he may get a little bit more opportunities now, you know, than other players at his position have in the past. Which is why I kind of looked at Nacho's numbers and I was like, well, I think he could push what Nacho gave you last year, which was 26 and like a half a sack. So
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
but that's what I think. And look, if Jordan Riley is playing, rotation on defense, give your big guy a rest. You know, maybe not get a little bit of a drop off. You can, cause Dex and Kayvon last year played 90% of the snaps or something like that, I think. So you can't have that happen. You know, you can't put your defensive line. You can't wear your defensive line out like that. You know, so this is why, you know, Jordan Riley, you know, Phillips, maybe even DJ Davison. One of those stepping up is going to be key, you know, to this defensive line and not wearing down your best player, Dexter Lawrence.
No, that's true. You definitely need impactful rotational players.
Every time the Giants defense been good, we've had impactful rotation. Remember, we had Barry Cofield, Fred Robbins. Back then, along with on the edge, we had Halverson and Kavika Mitchell and Matthias Kiwanuka. You know, so
True.
we always had good backup rotational guys. It wasn't just the starters, you know, doing all the damage. You know what I'm saying? So I think I need one of these cats to show up.
No, you do.
I
You
actually
definitely
don't
do.
think this is that bullish, to be honest with you, because like I said, I mean that's marginal stats. Maybe the sacks, but like I said, I think we're going to get to the quarterback a lot. So, and if you're consistently getting to the quarterback, I mean, you know, it just leaves opportunities for other players, you know, that people aren't going to be paying attention to. So, says Rogers, Nacho Phillips. Yep. Aziz. Aziz could be one of those players, but it just, again, not confident for me. This is my 5, so y'all can have your own 5, you know. And if you want to put your own 5 in the chat, you know, and of course, if you want to throw your 5 out there when I'm done. But we got 2 more. This one's gonna be unpopular. Get ready. The next 2 might be unpopular. Eric Gray, 600 plus yards, 4 touchdowns. I think he can do it. I think he can do it with more carries. Look, if they're going running back by committee, he's going to get carries. And unless you just think Singletary's this guaranteed 1,000-yard back,
Mm-hmm.
I think Eric Gray's gonna get most of those carries. I know people are excited about Tyrone Tracy, but I don't know how much he's gonna be in the mix. They could use him more as a scat back receiver type, but I think the yards, the rushing yards, is gonna come from Eric Gray.
Mm. I'm going to be honest. I'm not expecting him to get 600 yards. I'm thinking
Now
cut
that's
that in
that's
half.
that's bullish.
I'm cutting
James.
that in half.
Okay.
Because yeah, it's going to be Singletary and it's going to be Tracy. Um, really getting the majority. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm definitely not saying that. He just hasn't really had the opportunities, and he's going to have to prove himself.
Mm,
So
yeah.
I hope I'm wrong.
Well, again, he didn't get very many opportunities last year. And I know people saying he's trash because look, I'm not asking him to be my punt returner. I would agree with you guys there. You know what I'm saying? Punt returner, kick returning, that stuff right there. Yeah, of course. But again,
Ooh,
the guy only had 17 rushing attempts last year. How many carries? And to compare, Breida had 55 carries. And where the hell is Snaquan? Oh, they're not gonna show him on here, but whatever he had, carries. So, um, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if Singletary is gonna get all these carries. Total. Oh, there it is. Okay, Broccoli had 247 carries. So, and Breida had 55. So, say that's 300 something carries. How many carries do y'all expect Devin Singletary to get? They gonna mix this up.
mm-hmm.
And Tyrone Tracy is a rookie. Although I do expect him to play. Um, I'm just talking about the pure rushing yards because I think they're gonna use Tracy a lot as far as catching out the backfield because he's a former receiver. Um, Tyrone, yeah, and again, it's expectations. You know what I'm saying for rookies, and that's what I'm talking about. So you guys are talking about rookies coming into the league being great. I'm talking about guys that have a little bit of experience, possibly getting that extra, you know, taking that extra step, that next step. They drafted these guys for a reason. I think Eric Gray's gonna get some carries this year.
He'll
So,
get carries. It's just, are they going to be impactful? Are they going to be to that magnitude? And I mean, what you're saying, am I expecting a Singletary to get carries like Saquon? Hell no. Hell no. But if you told me he got 200 carries,
200.
210, 200, 210,
That's still about
Barkley, you
a
said was
hundred
what?
a hundred carries left, because Eric Gray himself had 17, and then Breida had
Now
55, and then
again, it goes. It's also a matter of
Brightwell
the
had 9, and Wandell
the
had
the,
9.
the game plans that the coaches
Mm-hmm.
see. How are they intending? So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
and I'm thinking this
and I
team is
get
going
it.
to be passing more. They're going to be passing more
Mm-hmm.
instead of running more.
I get it. I
That's
get it. Like
just
I
just the
said,
reality.
hey, I'm just putting out an opinion,
No, I
unpopular
know,
one.
I know, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He could be dumpster juice, like Tommy says. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here saying this guy's gonna be
No.
the next, you know what I'm saying, goddamn Tiki Barber. But all I'm saying is, I think he's gonna get some opportunities to get some yards. And if
Yes.
the Giants'
Yes.
rushing attack is worth a squad of anything, we should at least have a good, what you say, 1,500 yards total as a team.
Mm.
What you think is a good number as a team? All everybody included, quarterback. You're gonna get some receivers that's gonna have a couple runs here and there. Cause last year they had attempts. Um, they had 1,874 yards total rushing. That was last year. That's with everybody. Saquon, Breida, Daniel Jones, Tyrod,
See, you
Tom
just said
DeVito.
1,500,
I
and you're
said
talking about
1,500.
yeah. No,
That's
you
just
said at everyone and 600. So that's 1,100 going to the rest. No, that's 900 going to the rest of the team. That's why I'm saying that's making Eric Gray really.
six. Yeah. If I'm saying if they get more than 1,500.
Gray. I think, like I said, is probably going to get like 300, maybe 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
So,
We
but as
shall
far as the
see.
team total, I think we're going to be probably almost close to what we had last year.
Okay. So if that's the case, then 600 ain't too bad then, because that'll only be like what 1,200
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of the team.
Gray is not doing kick returns. Mm-mm. Mm.
Nah. Yeah, he's not. But I guess y'all really ain't gonna like this next one. My last final breakout player for 20. I should have called this bold predictions. But last breakout player for 2024 is Dane Belton. I got Dane Belton with 50 tackles and 5 interceptions. I think people sleeping on Dane Belton. You got Tyler Nubin hype. You got people talking about Cordell Flott. In the CB2. I think this kid right here is going to get plays. And shout out to Shakedown, Eda Chosen, in the Shakedown. I joined those guys. I think it was Friday night, and they were showing some of Shane Bowen's defensive alignments, and he does use a lot of 3 safety looks. So you're gonna see Dane Belton on the field more than you think, and I think the kid, his ball hawking ability in this zone friendly scheme is gonna be, yeah. I see him getting at least 5 picks. He had 2 last year, and Nubin's learning the system still. Pinnock's gonna be there. But this is Dane Belton. Going into year 3 now. I think we see him. Really take a little bit of a jump here. Now this ain't crazy numbers to me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe on the interceptions, but he's shown the ability to be around the balls like that. So I think Dane Belton's going to take that next step, and give us a nice little group of safeties back there, man, with Nubin and Pinnock. Thoughts?
Belton's going to get 60 to 70 tackles. The interceptions are probably going to be 2 to 3, but I think he's going to also get maybe about 3 or 4 fumble recoveries because I'm throwing those in there.
Okay.
I,
Okay.
I love Belton. I really do.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. If you took away 2 of the interceptions and put fumble recoveries, I could see that. I just didn't put fumble recoveries
No, I understand. I
on
understand.
there. This is just a general thing right here. But I think if we have these players, 5 players, step up, I think this is going to be a really good team this year. At least a playoff team. Because you can't just say, okay, we drafted these 6 rookies or whatever, and then all of a sudden they're gonna fill the hole that we needed wherever. Like, I know people were saying, oh, Newman is replacing McKinney. You know what I'm saying? It's not Newman. You still got Belton too. The same thing I'm
Mhm.
saying about the running back. Oh, now it's what we gonna do about Saquon? Well, you got these other guys that people are dismissing. Like they're dumpster juice or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they're here for a reason. They're here for a reason. And you can't just say player X is going to replace player Y. It doesn't work that way. It's a group thing. We don't know who's going to step up. Devin Singletary could come here and be fumbling all over the place, and then they put Eric Gray in and he have 1,000 yards. Y'all don't know.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? It's all speculation right now. I'm just saying, let's look at the roster. Take a deeper look into our roster sometimes and stop just looking at the surface level players and the people, the top of the depth chart. You know what I'm saying? Because it's 53 men on a football team, right? So,
Mhm.
you put 11 on the field, but you still got, you know, other players that you can play, that need to contribute. You know what I'm saying? Because every football player doesn't play every snap all the time. You know.
Mhm.
But that's just my thoughts, man. We light on this Sunday, man. But like I said, I want to do a show because I ain't do one last week. But I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. If anybody wants to come up and do trivia, um, cut your camera on, please, because I don't want no googling. Let's see. There you go. But New York Giants, man, they are, like I said, getting back to mini camp period, man. And coach,
Mhm.
I know you're always a waiting, want to take a wait and see approach. Um, but how's your overall feeling about the team so far, based on what you've either seen or heard?
The possibilities is there. It just has to. The production has to meet the possibilities, the projection. So, um, I mean, I'm as far as the offensive line, that's my biggest thing. It's everything stems around the offensive line with me. It's not the quarterback, it's not the wide receivers, it's not the defense, it's the offensive line. Can our offensive line give us protection? Can they open up the lanes for the running backs to find the creases so we can get production on third and short? Can we get a good push to get to capitalize on those opportunities? Can we give the defense some rest when you're out there? So you continue to let your offense produce and not consistently go three and out, and have your defense out there and getting tired. And can you capitalize when your defense gives you a short field and go and not kick field goals but score touchdowns? Everything stems from the offensive line. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I say that.
Agreed.
Yeah, man. Snarf, man, aka Mets, man. What's going on with you, man?
Not much. Had a bit of a nightmare yesterday doing both Yankee and Met games. Had to cut the Yankee game short because I got so frustrated with how it turned out.
Yeah, think the Yankees gonna be all right though. Um, I'm I don't know what's going on with Juan Soto, but heard he
It's
got
from what
nicked
I
up a little bit.
understand, it's an arm issue that doesn't allow him to throw. But still, you can at least use him as a pinch hitter.
They were going to the other day. They had him up, and then they pulled him down.
As a coward.
Cave, what's good with you, brother?
What's good? What's
Appreciate you
good, fellas?
chiming in, man.
What's up, bro? How are
um,
you?
What's good, coach? What's
we
good,
gonna play
Mets?
some trivia. I'm gonna set this up real quick. Um, so
Oh, come on. You stupid son of a preacher, man.
I got all these.
You know what? I'm definitely I'm gonna
Sure,
air
my
fry me some
questions are
fish.
straight. Oh man, that sound yeah. Damn man. Now you the
Look,
coach. God damn you. Now I'm gonna go to the cause I live by the beach, y'all. So I get fresh seafood. I love seafood. Oh my god.
Oh, you're in VA,
And
right?
this man just talking about fresh fish, man. Like I'm like,
yeah, I said no. I said
wow.
I'm air frying me some fish.
Yeah,
Real simple,
yeah.
light, nothing too
And I
heavy.
haven't had that in a minute, so I'm thinking about now. I'm like, yo, it's Sunday. I can go right down the street
Well,
to this little
it's
market
I know it's my it's
and
this
get some
it's
fresh fish.
Fish market, right?
Yeah.
yeah no it's good. It's because of my whatchamacallit notifications about ribeye steak and
Mm-hmm.
fish, and I'm like I'll go with the fish. I don't want nothing heavy
hmm
today. I'm just not.
Yeah, I know.
Anybody ever have any alligator?
You know what?
Yes.
In a county
I've
fair
Yes.
once.
I've had some.
How is it?
It's
Anything different
good.
than chicken in most cases.
Yeah, it's good. I had some at what is that? 6 Feet Under in Atlanta and stuff like that. I had gator bites and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay. Yeah.
County fair in my case.
And then when I was in New Orleans, just working there in New Orleans, I had some down there too, some gators. It was good.
Oh boy.
Oh, what kind of fish? Red snapper. Red snapper is my number
Red
one fish.
snapper, yeah.
Snapper.
Yeah, I love me snapper. I mean,
Snapper.
in my freezer, I got snapper, I got trout, I got salmon, and I got cod right now.
you
So
know,
Mm.
you know what
Love
fish is good
salmon.
too is kingfish.
really,
Mm-hmm.
There's some
Yeah.
kingfish. That's
I
oh
tell you,
yeah,
I
yeah,
tell
King,
you,
West India, West India, yeah.
um, rockfish is good too. I
yeah.
love
As long as it's not
Yeah.
poisonous.
Mm.
But there are some
Alright.
species of rockfish that can kill you if you get
Mm-hmm,
trapped.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No, but I think it's how you clean it and how you prepare it.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta. All right. Let me.
Maybe
I
we're
got
thinking.
this.
Onions,
I got this
peppers,
queued
and
up.
Maybe
well, I
we're
have
thinking.
lemon juice. I don't have lime, but I like that thought. A lime goes. I like that. I like that thought, bro.
Say, all right. We going.
I don't know. Crab legs lobster just seems heavy to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just
I don't usually have that until Christmas.
nah. Trust me. I can go to I can have them deliver me some crab legs right now. I mean, some lobster and crab legs right now from the local
Yeah, I can't.
grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Fish just seems a little bit lighter for me right now. The way I'm feeling.
Nah. I peep what you saying.
I say
My
just take
phone, my phone
snapper,
knows it.
you know.
You know what it is? My
Phone.
freaking phone is listening to me. That's what you're
Of
doing.
course, it's popping up. That
Mhm.
IG. Yeah.
Yeah, repping.
LL's birthday is on January 14th. I never knew that.
They're closing down on the 14th.
No, I said LL Cool J's birthday is January 14th. I never knew that.
Oh,
All right.
All right, let's go. Trivia
Oh,
maker.
Y'all
Let's
good?
go.
Y'all good? Y'all ready?
Uh-oh.
All right. 10 questions. Get it right, get 100 points. Get it wrong, get nothing. Simple. Play up the most points wins. And let's get to it.
No Googling.
No Googling. How many wins do the Giants have against the Eagles all time?
Wow.
A, 89. B, 107. C, 94. D, 74.
hey,
I'm gonna go with C. Either C or D. One of them. I think C.
gotta be A.
I'm going. I'll go C. Watch it be D. It's gonna be D. It's gonna be D. It's gonna be fucking D.
The answer
A.
is it's A.
Knew it.
Mets.
Mets.
Okay.
89.
All right. All right. What did the 2000 New York Giants defense rank points per game? Remember, the Giants
That's Super
went to the
Bowl.
Super Bowl that year.
Mm-hmm.
A, 20th. B, 2nd. C, 12th. D, 5th.
You say C. Go C.
I'm gonna go D.
A.
And the answer is it's D. Mets again.
That's okay.
He must got the cheat sheet.
No, I just remember the Ravens being the top in the GOAT defense that year. So it's better than us.
All right. Here's one. The New York Giants have never swept the NFC East, but they have finished a season with 0 losses in the division. What year did they accomplish this feat? A, 1990, B, 2000, C, 1997, or D, 1986?
C.
You say C 97.
Coach,
Just make it a clean sweep.
C. You guys are right. It is C.
Yes, sir.
They went 7-0-1, tied with the Washington Redskins. They were called that time. All right. Everybody gets it. Bong, bong, bong. All right. Next up, who was the only Giants QB to be named to a first-team All-Pro selection? A, Phil Simms, B, Eli Manning, C, Y.A. Tittle, or D, Fran Tarkington?
Wait a minute.
I think it's D.
Hey.
Oh, hold on. Let me ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. No. The wording clear.
I wanna
The
say-
wording.
I wanna
No,
say-
the word. See, it says the only Giants quarterback, so I'm taking it as a Giant. So I'm not taking it that there was someone else.
Okay.
So that's why I was wanted to be clear. But when you say only Giants quarterback, so I got it. So
C
Played
20
for the Giants and made a Pro Bowl
Yeah.
or All-Pro in the Giants for the Giants.
say either C or D, but I'm gonna go with Fran Tarkington with D.
I'm gonna go A.
It's Y.A. Tittle.
yeah, I'm going Fran Tarkington.
It's
Y'all wrong.
C!
Y.A.
Y.A.
Tittle.
Tittle. That was like
Yeah.
Y.A. Tittle.
And-
Y.A. Tittle.
Everybody in the chat had
62
62
and
and
63.
63. Yep.
Everybody in the chat had it.
Sims, Eli made a Pro Bowl. I think Sims made a Pro Bowl, but none of them
No,
was
he-
all Pro.
No. Sons wasn't all pro. He made Pro Bowl.
Yeah. So. All
And
right.
well, if Eli
Nobody
did
got
make
that
that
one.
Pro, it would have been sick. It would have been a second.
How many times have the Giants defeated an NFC East team in the playoffs? A, 7, B, 3, C, 4, D, 2.
I'm gonna say C.
Off the top of my head, C. Might be A though.
Remember, a lot of Giants history.
I know. Oh,
I can only remember 4 of them. I'll go C.
A.
I'm gonna go C.
Let's see. It
Is
was,
this pre Super Bowl era?
NFC East? Remember, the division, the NFC East, was formed during the Super Bowl era. I think like right after that. I don't know what division they played in. They didn't play in a division. It was like one.
No, you're right.
conference.
NFC.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's NFC. You're right. That was Super Bowl.
There's 2 against Washington, 1 against Dallas, and 1 against
One
Philly.
against Philly. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. In the 2008 season, which wide receiver led the Giants in receiving yards?
Cruz.
A, Plaxico Burress. B, Amani Tuma. C, Dominic Hickson. D, Steve Smith.
Say Plaxico Burris.
A.
Flex.
A.
Flex.
I'll be damned if it's D.
It's only gonna be A or B, but I'll go A.
Say.
A. Y'all wrong. It's C.
What?
Dominic Hickson.
What?
I knew I was gonna get y'all with that. Think
was that
about
the year
it. That's the year
Plaxico-
Plaxico shot himself.
Oh,
Dominic Hickson led the Giants with 500 and something plus receiving yards. Yeah, buddy.
I thought
I
that
knew I was
was
gonna get y'all with that one.
Plax won the Super Bowl in 2008.
2007.
7, yeah, but
Yeah.
it was in 2000. The Super Bowl was
Ah.
in
It was played, but
2008.
it was the 07 season. That's
Yeah.
why I put season. I know Coach should get you on your word, and that's why I put 2008 season, not year.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
No, he's right. He's right. But I didn't remember Hickson ever leading the team.
Mm-hmm.
But you said 500, so
He did.
Especially when we were more of a ground-oriented team.
That was when we was more of a ground team. Yes, Mets. I'm gonna give y'all the stats right now.
That's
let's
all I was
see,
thinking
man.
about. Like when he shot himself, I was like, "Let's see that."
He had 596 receiving yards. Tuma had 580. Steve Smith had 574, and Plaxico had 454 that year. Yeah. I was like, what?
And again, we relied too heavy on trench warfare and the ground attack.
Mm-hmm. All right. Since the merger, when was the only time the New York Giants finished top 5 in offense and defense? That is points per game, not yards. 2008, 1986, 1985, 2011.
B.
I'm gonna go C.
I have to go C. Watch it be B, but I have to go C.
Y'all are all wrong. It's A.
What?
2008.
Oh,
They were top 5 offense
They were a
and
juggernaut.
defense.
They were a
Think about it. They started 12-1.
11-1.
11-1. I mean, yeah.
oh,
Yeah, it was 08. Yeah, they was I think that year they were 4th, no 3rd and 5th. Yeah, 3rd in points for and 5th in defense points against.
and that's the year Plax shot himself, and that's
Yeah,
when
we
we
was gonna
downhill
go
after
back. That was. I'm pretty sure the Giants will be back in the Super Bowl that year.
And from
Yeah,
that
that's-
point on, outside of 2011, the team has never recovered.
Yeah.
that.
All right.
It's in Tatas.
And another 08 question. 2008, the New York Giants started the season 12-1. Who gave them the loss, the first loss?
B.
Bengals, Browns, Eagles,
It's the
Cowboys.
Browns.
I'm gonna say the Browns.
Answer is B.
This is the Browns.
Yeah, the Browns.
I remember watching that game, and I got frustrated with it.
Yeah,
Tom Collins.
I know. I remember. I know it's Ohio. It just. Yeah, I'm gonna go Brown. I'm gonna go B.
Browns.
The Bengals in overtime that year.
Yeah, I got that one.
Well, we all wrong. It's supposed to be Plaxico gave us that loss.
Oh man! All right, this might be the last one. Eli Manning has the longest pass thrown by a New York Giant, 99 yards. Who has the second longest pass by a Giant? A. Norm Snead. B. Kent Graham. C. Earl Morrell.
It's Phil.
D. Phil Simms.
It's Phil. Isn't it 87 yards in for Phil?
I'm gonna go with Sims.
I'm gonna go D. Shock it.
Simms. Y'all all say Simms? Coach?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's Sims. 87 yards, if I'm not mistaken.
It's Earl.
What?
Morrell.
I knew it wasn't Kent Graham. I knew.
98 yards and 66.
Okay, you got me with that. I wouldn't. I would.
Was that the last question?
No, it's a couple.
All right. Who holds the New York Giants record for most fumbles in a single season?
Mm.
That's easy.
A. Daniel
Hey.
Jones.
Hey.
B. Tiki Barber. C. Eli Manning. Or D. Kerry Collins.
Daniel Jones.
This is fumbles lost, not forced, right?
Most fumbles in the
Fumbles
season.
in the season, yeah.
I think it's Daniel Jones.
Gotta be A
Whoa,
or B.
whoa, 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 whoa. Because they just said the right thing. It's a fumbles lost or fumbles even though we got it back.
Total fumbles.
No, I understand what you're. So it's both of them. It's both. Whether we recovered it and it's fumbles lost. Okay. Okay.
I think it's more
I think
lenient.
I think this person has it either way. I'm pretty
I
sure.
think it's Daniel Jones.
I'm going B. I'm going B.
B.
Because I think that's when whatchamacallit used to get on him, and that's when he went to the high end tight hole.
Coughlin. Coughlin went to
Yeah,
Tiki.
I have to go Tiki. I'm sorry, I have to go Tiki.
I'll switch to B.
No, stay A.
No,
stay
you're
A.
wrong anyway.
You're
all
Kerry
wrong.
Collins.
Kerry Collins.
Kerry Collins. I think he had like 25
What?
What was
fumbles.
that? 01 or 03?
I meant to
Yeah, in
put-
one season,
Yeah, one season.
25.
Collins?
Yes.
Now I remember Tiki because that I'm telling you, because he used to be loose and then he went to the high point 25.
23. He had
and we
23. He had 23 in 2001.
Man, how many
Daniel
sacks did he
Jones
get?
had 19.
Right, that's all I'll say.
And
Tiki?
Tiki's not even up here really. He had 9.
Yeah, Tiki ain't gonna.
Yeah, he's not gonna be up there.
He had 23. How many sacks did he get that year? Like 100 and something sacks? You gotta keep that to fumble the
He
ball.
ain't have as many as the Giants had last year, so
Tiki had 9 that season.
I mean, because if you
Tiki
get a lot of
had
sacks,
9 in 07.
I didn't even know
He's
that.
up here 3 times. He had 9 in 03 and in 2000 and in 2002.
yeah.
That's when he got. Remember, they figured it out in
Yes.
2004, the year they drafted Eli Manning, and he went off.
Man, when you get 20 something,
Mhm.
your line
23
can a lot
fumbles,
of
yeah.
sacks, man, because you get hit
Okay.
from hard from anywhere,
Plus-
everywhere.
Luka Doncic is cool.
All right.
Okay, Luka.
Nets with the win here. Oh, Nets. I think Nets hacked into my computer
I didn't even think
Got
looking
my-
at it. I just went off memory.
and stole my answers.
And I just went off memory.
Nah, man, you won fair and square. I'm just messing with you,
Nets.
Nets, man. Nets, man, good job, man. You know your Giants. I knew you was gonna be good at this. I said, why'd you come up here and get all the answers?
I got half of them.
Mhm.
Cause I do try to make them tough. Cause I know y'all know the history, man.
I
That's
would
why,
never,
you know
I would
what I'm
never
saying?
suspect Kerry Collins, man. I never suspect
Yeah.
Kerry Collins.
People forget, man. That's why I love doing this because it makes me go and like look up history, historical facts and stuff. People forget like the Giants. That team was pretty good too. Remember, they would have went probably back to another Super Bowl if it wasn't for that 49ers game in 2002.
Yep. And the BS call that screwed them over.
That was a Super Bowl against Ray Lewis, right, with Kerry Collins in there.
No, that was
Mhm.
against San Francisco.
Well,
They
they went. They remember they had this was the what was that?
That means
They had this was a different era of Giants football. This was the Strahan Tiki Barber era. Ron Dane, they had Ike Hilliard, Tuma was still coming into his prime. They was good that era. From early 2000s until about 2002, that
Right.
year that they should have went to, and then the 49er to come back or whatever. But
And
the Giants actually had some pretty good teams, and again, it was led by their defense, man. They had Keith Hamilton, Strahan,
Armstead.
Sehorn, Armstead, yeah.
Let me say that was my favorite
Burns.
uniform. Those are my favorite uniforms.
Jesse Armstead that was that
Favorite
dude,
uniforms.
man.
I actually met them once at a charity basketball event.
hmm
Elise
Wow.
Garn, Sparks.
Hey,
Ray
Bookend, don't talk about that 49ers game. I was in a sports bar. I was going
Oh
off on the Giants,
man.
beating up on the 49ers, and by the end of the game, I'm like, holy crap, what the hell just happened? After like seven beers, I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Right. Like
At least you're
hold
not.
up.
At least you're not At least we're not Chargers fans after what happened against Jacksonville a couple of seasons back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we was up bigger. I think we was up like 38-3 or something. Like it was 30. We was up big.
14.
30.
Yeah.
We was up big.
Yeah. I was like, it's like, dang, man.
I was like, this game's over. We got this. This game's over.
The Giants have had some good teams, man, but it's always that defense, man. It's always
And
that
it's also
defense,
been
man.
counterbalanced by bad teams or the injury bug showing up where he doesn't need to. The following year, the team was plagued by injuries.
Yeah, that's usually how it is, Mets. They're good, and then they come down a little bit because people get hurt or retire, and that's usually how it works, man. But I think we building the next great era of Giants defense with this unit here, man.
But still, I'm not sure about this guy from the Titans. I mean,
Bowen.
yeah, I mean, look at the last 4 years with this guy. I mean,
that dude's good. That dude's good.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Watch the film. Like I say,
I'm just saying he's falling off the cliff.
E and them they did a pretty good breakdown on his defense. Bobby Skinner. I listened to a couple of his shows, his lives. He did some good breakdown on Bowen's defense. It's a solid defense.
Yeah, and sometimes we got to remember too, when he was real good with the defense, they had real good players. But then as free agency comes, guys leave, and that's what starts taking defense.
I'm just speaking from his scheme. Of course, you need the players to make the scheme work, but he's got a solid scheme. You know what I'm saying? His defense doesn't let you get beat too. As long as the players are doing their job, you know, the Giants are going to get beat. You know, like that, you know, with big plays. And another thing his defense does, of course, is, you know, allow for, you know, the front four to get after the quarterback, you know, and that's going to create more opportunities for the back end, you know, to possibly jump some routes, get some interceptions. And the way he disguises his looks on the back end, his coverages, I like that too. I could see a lot of turnovers happening in this defense. That's why I'm so bullish on Dane Belton, you know, and guys like Jordan Riley.
I just want to know who's going to be like the Kevin Byers of this defense. If it's on Nubin or somebody like that, or Belton, one of them guys. Because
it could be Dane Belton. It could be anyone. He's going to use three safeties. He likes to use a three safety look, you know. So again, we've always been good when our defense is good. Just look at the years we went to the playoffs. 16, good defense.
But it blew up because of the boat trap.
So we always when we're good, our defense is good. You know, we've had some, and that's why I gave you that stat about the offense. We've only finished top 5 in offense and defense once. So the Giants are never this dominant team, you know, like that. And I think we've only finished top 5 in offense like 2 or 3 times. It hasn't been that many.
Hey Lou,
what's going on, fellas?
Coach?
Just for Lou.
Oh.
Okay.
What's good with you, bro?
What's good, fellas?
Yep.
Good.
About 2 hours late. You missed trivia and everything.
Oh man, working, bro. I gotta get this bread.
I hear you, man. I ain't mad at you, brother.
Of course, I'm going to be back on the clock on Tuesday with my new job.
You better go around. You better go pick up that money from them ladies for me.
Yo, man, but
out here slinging wood in the hood. No, let me
I'm about ready to shut it down for real, man. We didn't kind of covered everything. Ain't too much to talk about. We done previewed the mini camp and we did the trivia. talked about Malik Neighbors. Talked about Hyatt predicting the playoffs. Giants going to the playoffs. So if there's anything that you want to add, Lou, let me know, bro.
Nah, man, just had to tap in. Even though I showed up late, I still had to tap in. You know what I'm saying? Let you know, Big Blue Crew. I'm always gonna support the crew. You know what I'm saying? The network doing big things out here. Got a lot of stuff in the works still coming that you guys don't know about in the background yet, but it's shaping up to be something big, man. So you guys stay tuned in, man. Make sure you subscribe to Coach Ed, NYG Unpopular Opinion Sports, Big Blue in the Bronx, Big Pat Sports Talk, Wales to New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with these guys, man. Make sure you go subscribe, hit that bell notification so you be notified every time one of us go live, man, because we got a lot of stuff in the works for y'all, man.
Get on your bullshit.
There you go. There you go, Lou. Look at the screen.
What?
Get on your bullshit.
You already know. You already know. Look, you got me driving with no hands and shit.
Yeah, you keep your eyes on that road, brother, man. We gonna get up out of here though, man. But I'm gonna let everybody get their last words, man. Then we're gonna shut it down, man. Coach, tell everybody where they can find you at, what you got going on the rest of this week, and any future endeavors you got planned.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports on YouTube, Sky's Papa 72 on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Don't Sweat the Technique on Instagram, and Coach Ed Gladney. I think it's Coach Ed Gladney on TikTok. You know, that's where I'm at, and I'm also on Discord. You can get me on Discord too. So I got a channel there. Got a lot this week. Tuesday, Heart of the City. Wednesday, Pick and Roll Podcast. Thursday, Full Court Press. Saturday, I have the halftime coaching adjustment. I'm trying to see if I can also stream a couple of Liberties games, you know, see what happens there. I might be also doing another indoor arena game next Saturday, playoff game for the Jersey Bearcats. Haven't set it up as yet. I'm also going to be premiering because they released my commercial, so I created a little dumb commercial, but they played it on yesterday on the show, so I'm going to release it this week, and I got a couple other things I'm working on, but I'm not saying anything right yet.
I hear you, man. Yeah, Coach is a busy man.
Where you find me?
Go ahead, Mess. What do you have going on?
Well, you can find me here on YouTube at Mets228. You can also find me on X, Twitter at StinksDisciple2. You can what I've got coming up is another Japanese wrestling prognostication this coming Friday, and then a week from Thursday, I'm going to be doing a play-by-play call of baseball's tribute to the Negro Leagues with St. Louis against San Francisco.
Okay.
Don't ever say that word again, sir.
Say what word?
The title of the game.
He's messing with you, man.
Oh, he threw me with that too.
I ain't seen you in a while, Snarf. You know I can't let you get away with nothing.
So funny, Lou.
Yeah, man.
Cave, man, tell him what you got going on, brother.
Yeah, I've been doing some stuff around the house. I ain't been doing nothing this week, but next week I might just do some draft, coming up, free agency, Knicks stuff like that. Do some Giants contents and stuff like that, coming up. So, and also probably get on with Coach, doing some Liberty games and stuff like that, So you can always catch me at the Man Cave Podcast on the YouTube channel or at the Twitter on the Man Cave _SGod, on that channel and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, just had some little stuff to do this week, but I've been off, but I'll be back on the grind again, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man.
You know about November 3rd, Man Cave?
Yeah, I know about November 3rd. November 3rd.
Yeah, hang back for a minute, Man Cave. I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lou. What you got going on, brother? What happened to Leather to the Face, man? Where the next fight's coming out, man?
It was graduation time, man. You know, I had to go celebrate the high school
I got
graduate, going to college, and you know, so
I hear you.
gotta
Good
salute
people like
that. Huh?
Congrats, bro. Congrats, everybody who got people graduate. Congrats.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It's a
So,
joyous moment. I know.
I mean, you know, I was just there for the food and the music, you know.
Festivities.
Nah, I actually recorded the event for somebody, you know what I'm saying, and then went back and you know uploaded everything, gave it to them on a flash drive. They gonna have to edit that stuff themselves, but they got all the raw footage.
Yeah, right. That's all that matters, right? But what you got going on this week, bro?
Oh yeah, going live tonight for Sunday Night Football Talk, and Thursday Big Blue Lounge. You know, Wednesday we do Big Pat, True Big Blue Podcast. Tuesday we got not Giants Conversations. What is it? Heart of the City. Heart of the City. You know, I'm on everything that they on. So their schedule is my schedule. I was just late today.
Facts.
Rockets fanatic.
Facts, man. Big Blue Crew in the building, man. But y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure to subscribe to all these content creators on the panel right here. As for me, you know, you can catch me Sunday, Giants Conversation. I am the morning show. I am the pregame show. NFL season. We will
the
be
early
doing,
bird. Yeah.
I'm the early bird. Lose the late night show host. So always catch me Sunday mornings, Giants Conversation for the pregame. During the season, we do call the international games. So I will be up early in the morning, like 9 a.m. calling the
Never
games.
actually thought about that. It's late night with Lou. I never really thought about that shit.
Yeah,
See? You got the morning show and it's late night with Lou. So I'm allowed to cut up. It's like Conan O'Brien or some shit. I'm supposed
exactly,
to.
Exactly. Yeah. And here then on the morning we try to keep it a little more formal. Try to. A little less ratchet. But anyway.
Hey.
Heart of the City Tuesday night with me and Coach Ed. You know, we go talk all New York City area sports. Just New York City in general. I'm bringing back the culture segment, man. You know, we want to talk sports, hip hop, all that good stuff. Coach is bringing the fire with the topics, man. With the women's sports, the Liberty, and the college sports. So definitely catch us there, man. And I got some other content in the works that I'm working on. Some documentaries, some historical stuff that I'm diving into, man. So be on the lookout for that. Try to drop some of that stuff in the summertime, where it's, you know, not as much content being put out there, because once training camp gets here, it's gonna be full steam ahead from here until the Super Bowl. So you know, this is kind of the down time of the year. So but we still here to bring you that content, man. Like I said, Big Blue Crew. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Too many to shout out right now. You know who you is, though, man. Appreciate all y'all love and support. And like we always do here with the Big Blue Crew, man, you know how we do it, man. When it's time to go, we give you those deuces. Till next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace.